And we are live. What's up, boys? It's been a long time since we've got the crew together. I'm joined right now by Mr. Hackerman Ace. How you doing, bro?
Hey Bagsy, what's going on,
Hey,
man? Hello, everybody. Nice to be on stream with everybody.
Always. And I'm accompanied by dearest Alex Libertas. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Man, it's good to have you guys on. It's been a long time since I've seen your avatar on my stream. It's good. What's up, Crypto Trev? What's up, Subnet Zero? I like it when people actually attach a photo to their Gmail account that they use to log into Hangouts. It makes things so much easier. Because oftentimes, like, oh, who's talking? Who's speaking? I'm like, shit.
I'm the British one.
Until Infamous comes in.
Oh, no one's gonna fucking understand it.
Yeah.
So, is it safe to call you the CEO of the Daily Chain?
Yeah, man. We're a proper business, you know.
You guys heard it here, man. For the CEO of the Daily Chain. If you guys don't follow the Daily Chain on Twitter, you guys definitely should.
Thanks for that little shout out there, mate. Appreciate that.
Dude.
Yeah, man. I saw you you grew that thing like so nicely because I remember when you first started popping up and you were how'd you get started? I'm just gonna let you explain it because I remember you told me you were just randomly got into this.
Oh god, yeah. So I don't know. So I started writing at first, just like little articles based on just whatever I wanted to talk about. You know, I was like, all right, how can I contribute something to this space? What can I do? What can I talk about? What do I want people to hear about? And yeah, I just started writing random things. Like, it wasn't even necessarily about projects or anything like that. It was about things like influencer marketing or, you know, social media strategy, stuff that I'm familiar with from my background. But I don't know, man. People seem to like it, and people seem to think I was a good writer. So I kind of just went with that. Really, you know, it's hard at first because you never think you are. You need that sort of approval from everyone else to sort of tell you, nah, this is good, man. This is actually pretty good, you know. And once you've got that little bit of confidence, it makes life a lot more easier moving forward. I mean, do you want me to go through the whole thing, or?
Fuck yeah, dude. The floor is yours.
Yeah, it's all you, man.
God, that feels like an interview or something. Nah, so I wanted to obviously then create a site to distribute that, because obviously it's nice to use Medium, but it's not owned by you if you're using Medium, right? It's owned by them. You know, they're getting the traffic, they're monetizing. So I was like, well, you know, I'll make my own site and just go down that route. And then I remember I actually created a site. It was just my name. It was alexlibertas.com, but that's just a pen name as well, by the way. That's not my real name. But then I was like, no, I need to get a proper site here. Let's move into, you know, something bigger and better. Honestly, one Sunday I spent 7 hours trying to find a domain name. That's not even an exaggeration. I spent the whole day searching for domain names. Honestly, everything was taken. Every single fucking crypto-related name, someone has snapped up on the off chance that someone wants to buy it, and they're charging thousands of pounds for it.
Yeah, man, that stuff's so stupid. Like, people started doing that stuff in 2016. They're like, all right, we're gonna buy all domain names.
Honestly, so I was typing in like crypto, you know, yellow dog and stuff like that, and it was taken. Someone had taken it. So I was like, fucking hell, all of these. So then it becomes difficult, because it's like you'd find one and I found a domain name, it's cheap, but is it good enough? I remember I had like, I think it was like my2sats.com, and then I was like,
hey, you got that?
I was like, man, it's shit. It's shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I was like, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. So then I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and the first idea I had was thedailychain.com. Searched it in. It was free. It was £8, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's the one. That is the one. So I think that was sort of meant to be a little bit. But yeah, and then obviously Bagsy knows. Bagsy was right from the beginning, weren't you, mate?
Hey, yeah, man. Yo, you've been through some hurdles.
Yeah, we got banned. Bagsy got me banned, actually. Remember that?
I didn't get you banned, bro. I kind of did get you banned.
Oh, those were good times, weren't they, mate? That was fun.
That was horrible, man. We were so depressed.
Well, you started a new account, you fucker, and you got up to about 6K or something in about a month.
Yeah, like 5K. I was pissed, man. But luckily, there was justice in the universe, and the Twitter algorithms eventually let us go from their prison. But yeah, that was tough on the morale. I think I can safely say for both of us here. But yeah, it worked out.
I remember when you both got banned. You both created new accounts. I was like, oh man, the worst people to get banned.
Mm-hmm.
I know. We did nothing. We were like the most middle of the road. I didn't even swear when I was tweeting. But you know what I mean? I was like, we had the most vanilla accounts you could possibly imagine.
I mean, I'm more of like a mocha or cappuccino. I kind of curse a lot, but yeah, I know what you're saying, man.
Hey, you're cookie dough.
Cookie dough, I'll take that.
No, that was tough. That was really difficult. It would have been easy to give up at that point, I think, for both of us, but we were so determined not to let that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like we're motivating each other. We're like, yo, let's keep doing it, man. Eventually it'll get better.
Yeah, just keep cracking on. And luckily we had like a really good support group. I remember like a lot of people helping us out and, you know, get to follow us. Also though, I remember a lot of people who we expected to help us didn't help us, which was a bit of a, well, I don't know about you, but, you know, a bit of a shock to me. I expected to get backed up, you know, by a few people, but I guess that's what crypto Twitter is about, really, isn't it? Like everyone's got their own little agenda and stuff.
Yeah, well, I think that's just people in general. You know, it's hard to. But it's a good lesson to learn early in the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, sort of went from there, and then basically tried to build a platform where up and coming writers. So everyone that appeared on the site originally didn't really have like a background in journalism or writing, but they found crypto and they wanted to contribute. So I was like, okay, well, I'll build a platform so people can have a voice and people can get their work out, and we'll kind of do this together. Like I remember at the time, I made a decision not to have anyone who had like a really large following already, because I felt like, okay, you've already got your platform. You've already done some hard work. You're already at a point where you don't need it. Let's get people that have like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 followers who are putting in good content, and we'll build this thing up together, you know. And that's like the oranges of the daily chain, really.
Yeah, that's how you get those people. That's how you get people involved, is getting those lower people who feel like overwhelmed by other people with so many followers. It's like, hey, if you put out this content and if you really want to create something, you definitely can. It doesn't matter about followers. I mean, look at both of you guys. I mean, you guys are doing great with followers. I see you guys had Pentoshi on stream the other day, which was really cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like him a lot. Hopefully he'll come on more in the future. Have you had him on before, bro? Ace?
No, I haven't. I don't really have too much time to stream. I only have 3 days in a row, so
Right.
no, I haven't really done. But I DM him a lot. He DMs me about things and ideas. But really smart guy.
Yeah, Bagsy. Not everyone has the time to stream every day, mate. Fucking hell.
Bagsy was dreading stream. He's like, "Oh man, 2 streams today."
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. I gotta actually put in some hours. Yeah.
How do you make it so that when you're looking at charts, right? But when I speak, my mug comes up on the screen. Is there a way to turn that off? Or?
You don't want to see your face?
I want people to see your charts, not my little picture.
Oh, well, that was actually Ace's chart. So when Ace speaks, his chart comes up.
Yeah, my smile on screen share.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I can have it on his and on Bitcoin, which I've been doing. Yeah, Cred says it all started when he had Shisha with you in North London.
I did have shisha with Cred in North London. Yeah, that was. It's a funny experience because, like, you've met Cred as well, right? He's just a dude like us. It's just a normal dude, but he has this strange celebrity style. I don't know, because he's like, obviously Cred is like the big dog, right? So you have this little, oh god, you're a bit intimidated sort of thing. But you meet him and he's just like a normal guy, like the rest of everyone on Twitter, right?
Hmm. Just with like plus 30 IQ points and
Very cheeky bloke.
but yeah, no, it's a good example. Like many of the people I've met in person are just really awesome in their own way. So for me, I've really enjoyed coming out to these events and meeting a lot of people. And I know for you, Alex, it's probably the same thing now that you're getting on the scene more with the Daily Chain, right?
Yeah, I'll let him out.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I actually wrote an article about this recently.
Really?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now anyway, so.
Grace, yeah.
Is he on the fight?
Yeah, sorry.
Unprofessional.
He's the CEO of his own business, so he has to take calls while we're speaking.
The modem and everything is up here.
Tell him to do it in another room.
Hold on, let me see if I can mute this kid.
Well, I'm on stream, so I'll be down in a few.
Good.
Bye. Are you? Do you have any? Are you in like any altcoins or anything like that, Alex?
We were having a conversation and you just start talking on the phone.
Oh, you could hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, motherfucker! So much for this mute button on here.
Oh, that's great. Sorry, what were we talking about, Alex? You appearing. Yeah. Go for it.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like you've experienced this yourself now as well. It's like people should really get out away from Twitter as much as they possibly can. Go out and meet people because it's a much different experience than sitting. Like, I've purposely been having the last few days off Twitter. The last week I've been trying to spend some time off of it because it's like you get suckered into the echo chamber and you know you feel like you see the same 50 people again and again and again, and it doesn't seem like anything ever changes. But like when you go out and meet people, that's when the good stuff happens, right? That's when you feel revitalized. You've experienced it at the conferences you've been to, right?
Yeah, man. And it's always good to meet people in the flesh. You can actually get a good feel for how they are.
Yeah, and I think like if they've made the effort to go to one of these things themselves, and they're serious about what they're doing, you know, they're serious about why they're there. Anyone on Twitter can just write some shitty comment or do what they want, but like if you've made the effort to go to one of these big conferences or like at a local community event, you're gonna have like these fantastic conversations with people that are there to do the same thing, you know. So I think like it's a completely different experience. When I first started meeting people in real life, it was just changed things, you know.
Yeah. Ace, do you plan on coming to any of these in the future?
Initially, when I first started crypto, I really wanted to go to some of these conferences, and I wanted to be more involved and go that route of things. But I mean, eventually I'll want to go and meet people. I'll probably go more so like the after party of the conference and meet people. Probably not directly the conferences right now, but eventually. But nowhere in the near like year or anything.
You know, a lot of people do that anyway, right? Like Consensus, the majority of people don't get a ticket. They just get to fly over to New York just so they can go to the after parties and just meet people there. I think the actual conferences are pretty boring sometimes. it's the drinks and stuff, right? That's the good part where you get to speak to people and that.
Yeah, like I think Verso's asked me a couple times to come hang out with him and do things with him. So I know a lot of people are friends with him. So I'll probably do something this upcoming spring or at the end of New Year.
Who's that? Sorry, who'd you say?
I don't know if you guys know Crypto Verso.
Verso. God, I don't know, man.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Is Infamous coming on, Bagsy?
Yeah, your two guests or co-host and other guest Dale. I bet I know what Bagsy's doing right now.
He's got himself muted.
Well, since we don't have Bagsy, I'm just gonna take a little peek at Bitcoin.
Yeah, go on. You do your thing.
Oh yeah, I guess I was asking you. Are you in any kind of altcoins? What do you think of altcoins?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really trade anymore. I realized that it wasn't really for me. I prefer to invest over the longer term. Just because like doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't have time to trade anyway. So I like to. I mean, I do everything. I always used to do everything on the 6 hour or the daily anyway. So it doesn't really change too much. It just means that like you look at things from a longer term. But no, I mean, I prefer to hold. I mean, alts. I don't hold much Bitcoin. I know I should, but I'm a proper. I can't really say it too much, but I'm a proper Deegan, man. Like, I am always in altcoins. Just because like the potential there is so much more. But they've got to be solid, you know. They've got to be proper solid. I always look for coins with massive communities because you know that they will fiercely defend the coin, you know.
Don't want to get attacked.
What about yourself, man? Do you just trade? Do you like to keep feeding like a long-term bag, or what's the situation there?
I'm kind of forcefully a bag holder, kind of like the 2000 when I like first started. It kind of had those still. I stupidly held on more than I should have. So I'm either holding them for novelty if they go to zero or whatever. So, but beyond that, I mean, I just recently exited everything. So right now I'm kind of just randomly trading. I was really into it at first, into the crypto part of things. Now it's just more so if I can trade them. I figured out how to make my own way of doing trading. So it's like,
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. If I can make money off of anything, I'll do it. So that's.
So if you're trading alts, do you even sometimes look at the sort of catalysts coming up from a news perspective, or is it solely just look at the chart and see what you think?
I don't really use the fundamentals as much anymore, but if I were to use them, it'd be more so when Bitcoin's like trending upwards, and then I'll be looking for like bullish news that'll be like a catalyst on top of that. Like I missed that ENJ stuff. Like I know a lot of people were calling ENJ ahead of time, and like that thing just ripped on Samsung News.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I had to. Okay, my mic died, my webcam died, everything died. So I had to plug my headset to my other computer and log in through another Hangouts account. Yo, Bagsy TV is falling apart. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So technically, I am at my computer in my seat, but it shows a frozen. It's as if I'm not even there. Oh man. Yo, we're real professionals at Bagsy TV, guys. Make sure you follow, subscribe. You can't subscribe, just follow me and follow our dear guests. I'm gonna hide the video until I fix it.
I think.
Oh man, why did that happen?
I think it's time you change your stream gold to more so stream upgrade donations instead
Yo,
of...
fuck you, man. We're always innovating, upgrading on Bagsy TV.
I think the potato setup's gotta go.
Oh man, yo, where is Infamous?
Hang on, so I'm looking at. Do we now have to look at this screen that just has like an infinite amount of screens within it? Is that what people are watching right now?
I hope not. No, they're not. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me check the stream. Okay, no, the stream's fine. It's, Capricorn. It's not the same without the masked man. Get it as fuck. You guys are funny. I don't know why everything just died on me. It makes no sense. I'm actually really, I'm kind of saddened. Hold up, let me see if I can get the webcam to work. Hold up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear you.
All right, good stuff. But yeah, sorry guys. Yo, Alex, are you trading right now, or are you just focusing purely on content publishing, all that?
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
Oh,
So
sorry, man, I lost you guys. Then, if
no,
you
no,
don't need
no.
to
It's
repeat.
No, I was just saying I don't really do that anymore. Kind of, I don't. It's gonna sound weird, but I don't really have the right brain for trading. Like I didn't take it in that well, and so
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. I prefer to be a bit more. It's very like logical. I think I prefer to be a bit more creative, maybe. So like content is a better way for me to kind of get to be productive. I think rather than try to learn things that just weren't sticking.
Right.
And I'm a bit obsessive as well. So like, if I had a trade on, I'd just be staring at charts and kind of going from chart to chart, just watching. Like, I mean, this was in a day where I was less educated on, setting targets and setting stops and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I prefer to just invest longer term now and focus on building other things. I just think I'm more productive that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. It's also a lot less stressful.
Well, yeah, of course. Like there are days now where I don't even check my portfolio for days on end because I'm so busy doing other things, and it's nice. You know what it's like? Like if you've got a large position in a coin, it can fluctuate. Over the course of a day, it can fluctuate. It can have these huge fluctuations, and so you kind of get stressed if it's dropped 10%, whatever it might be. But I don't really even check Delta anymore, to be honest. I don't even know why you've got me on this stream.
Yeah, that's good, man. But I guess it's a lot less stressful. You get to do what you need to do. Question: would you trust someone else to trade with your money under contract?
Under contract that's a different thing.
It's not a guarantee that they'll make you money, but a guarantee that they won't outright steal it.
To be honest, yeah. To be honest, that is something I would probably do. I was part of a paid group before, and it was they actually built their own. It's actually really cool. They're still going. They built their own platform. It's a really cool system, and I watched the main guy just smash trade after trade after trade, and
really.
Yeah, that was. I mean, this was in the bull run, but I recently followed them again recently, and even now they're just smashing the trades. What they've done is they've built in an automated system where you can connect your wallet via an API, and it's like a signal. You go in, you choose whether you want to accept the signal, and then you choose your sort of take profit points, and it's like automated, and so but it's based on the analysts' calls that they've found and put in the back end, and you can view their reasoning, you can view the charts they've produced, and you can view all this stuff. But being part of that and watching these people, like good traders, do their thing, I would say I probably would, as long as there was a contract in place where they weren't going to outright steal your money. Like I think I mean, I don't know whether that's the right thing to say, but if the proper system was in place, then I think I probably would. What about you?
Well, I mean, I don't have to, but interesting question. I don't know.
What if it was cred?
I don't know.
Hell to the yeah.
Fucking cred. All right.
To ask me questions. If I heard cred, I'd be like, "Where's this? Where do I sign, sir?" And do you take margin?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It depends, doesn't it? Like, if we're talking trust levels here, if someone of cred standard offered it, then you'd snap that up straight away.
To answer that more seriously, like, I guess if you're gonna do something like that, obviously, I hope you're following the initial rule of don't invest what you can't lose. So I'd immediately factor in, hey, what if the worst comes to worst and this person dips out on me or loses all my money? what kind of reassurance do I have, and how long do I have to wait legally in court if something goes sour? Am I able to have my capital tied up for this long? Blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you would. I don't think it would ever get to that point because you'd have a set portfolio, and then
Hey,
you
you.
would say in the
Welcome back to
contract
TV.
only risk 2.5 to 5% per trade. And so realistically, it's not like you're going to just lose all of your money because you'd be monitoring it as well, right?
I guess I'm going off more so like what I've seen happen on cryptos, like on crypto Twitter, where people have exit scammed with people's money or like been like, oh, sorry, got liquidated on all our portfolio.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. These people gather everyone's money and seem to put it all in one trade. But like,
Yeah, they have access to it and they just don't follow the contract rules.
yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's absolutely crazy that they would do that. That's the most like, oh, I don't know.
Irresponsible,
Irresponsible,
moronic,
Gambling,
Abuse.
degenerate ass.
degen. Yeah. And that just like that ruins your reputation. Absolutely just destroys it.
I'm just thinking about Cho here, to be honest. Is that who you guys are thinking about?
Coin Signals is who popped in my mind.
Fuck. I was thinking Ask Me How to Short.
Yeah, him too. That guy.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
man.
get strong on the case.
Yeah, yo, strong is a blessing.
Oh. I mean,
How-
I
how
don't.
much- Mhm.
Go on.
I was gonna say, how much work do you think goes behind writing an article like that and gathering all that information?
A long time.
Mhm.
Honestly, maybe that's something that some people won't really get. Like a lot of these sorts of long articles, his articles must take a long time to put together, which is why you've got to respect these things. I think that was a lot of work. That Cho stuff that he did. Ask Me How was a good one as well.
Ask Me How?
What was it? What are they called?
Oh, right.
Ask me how to trade. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask Me How to Short, I think, and yet Ask Me How to Long.
Mm.
He photoshopped Eric Cho's face onto someone in a hospital with a cast on. Man, there's some really scammy shit, and he's still making money. That's the craziest part.
Show on my end.
I've just seen it.
What's that?
Teared him apart, and then Strongwriter came in. I'm like, oh man! When I saw Strongwriter come in after Bull of Bitcoin's already been tearing him up for 6 months, I was like, I almost felt a little speck of a tear come down. I was like, damn, this poor guy. But well, I guess you're scamming people, so this is what you get.
Mhm.
Yeah, for me it was the outright, like, his Instagram is open for everyone to see. That's the crazy thing. So to say that you've got your arm in a cast and then to be like fucking body popping on Instagram, that's not the thing to do, is it?
Teach their own. He still fucking raked in like $4,000 last week. So, shit, it's the world we live in. We just gotta do it better, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Man. So while we're, is there any coin or whatever you guys want me to look at while we're talking? I can type and draw in the background while we converse. Yeah, right now Phantom's looking like ass. Perfect bearish retest.
Just tell me there's British companies I can long, Alex. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, let's look at some British stocks, companies, whatever. Are you into that?
I was kind of being sarcastic, but if he knows, hey, whatever. We can check.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
UKX.
asking?
All right.
I wouldn't even
What's
be
that?
able to. I wouldn't even be able to tell you which ones to look at, mate. To be honest.
Yeah, well, Cred just dropped UKX. Wow, it's made its first lower high. That's looking really toppy.
Did you say UKX?
Yeah. It's the UK 100 index. Let's look on lower time frames. For me, I wouldn't want to see it. Actually, this is a better level. I wouldn't want to see it break under 7170. If it does, that'd be like good night, night. I also wouldn't want to necessarily short something that looks like this. But yeah.
I'd short this, but
yeah. What would be your target though?
let's see.
Show me your targets there.
I mean, these are like the monthly and weekly lines right off the bat. It's like I'm gonna draw the top from there. Weeklies. Yeah, right off the start, like this weekly isn't nice. Like if this weekly gets underneath 72.59, I'd want to short. Well, see, I'm gonna be playing differently, so I'd only short it like a little bit. I'd short it like just down here, 71.80.
Bagsy called the top at UK equities confirmed 7071 plunge protection. Oh man.
Yeah, I'd want to wait to enter, but yeah, without it breaking, I'd want to short right here.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
So, do you have like a routine, or do you have like a set number of coins? Like, do you think every morning you wake up, do you go through like all of the Binance coins, or like the top 10, or what's this, do you look for the ones with the most volume? Like, what's your sort of daily routine?
That's a good question.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Well, I go first off volume. Secondly, I keep a list of what I'm watching. So I'll have a list in my trading view of the coins that have potential, and then once or twice a week I'll reshuffle through the old ones and see what happened, if anything. And I'll do that for Binance, Huobi, and all that stuff. An easy way is also to set alerts. Like once price reaches X, then start paying attention to it.
Okay, so
there's a lot of ways.
You could do like an entire. You could spend a day doing like an entire scan, setting your alerts, and then just think, okay, I don't have to do that exchange again, or I don't have to do whatever, and then just relax. Yeah,
absolutely. And I assume people do the same thing. It would take a lot of energy to watch it every day and take paper notes. You know, you can do paper notes too if you're really old school, but for me, it shouldn't take more than 2 hours a day to do all that.
Yeah, that's cool. I was always wondering, because you're like a full-time trader, right? I always wondered
what we do all day. Man, it's a lot of jerking off, to be honest.
Jerking off and smoking weed, right?
I cannot. Sir.
I knew it.
I didn't bring you on the stream to embarrass me. You guys are funny. But no, man, we'll put it this way. If someone can grow a Twitter account, right, into the thousands or tens of thousands, you have enough time. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. CT is like a part-time job on top of everything. I don't know. What
you say CT?
Just Twitter in general. Sorry.
I just fucking with you, Bagsy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you always fuck with me. I never get when you're fucking.
You'll get there.
Yeah. So someone asked for Matic. I mean, right now I know a lot of people got in yesterday in like the 130 level. So right now, either your stops just got taken, or you're still in position.
If you're not in, it's too late.
Exactly. So I'd place my stop, or whatever, one sat beneath this, and just. I don't think price should return to 119 if you're bullish on this thing. And from there, I think we'll just end up seeing a wick to 130, 134 to 139. And if this is actually bullish and I'm wrong, then we should eventually see a breakout through the 150s, and then we'll look at it again. But right now, like, I don't get why the fuck CT is so damn like bullish. Let me delete all the shit. Sorry. it's just you just have all this supply, all these wicks, and it's losing strength on the weekly. To me, it doesn't look good, and yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be in a wouldn't be looking along this under the conditions we're in, especially with just Bitcoin looking so damn good. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing in altcoins? But yeah, anyways, hold up. I'm gonna take a little sip of my.
They're like, we're
coffee.
waiting to buy alts once Bitcoin or like we're waiting for alts to pump when Bitcoin dumps. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think that's possible?
What's your guys' view on that?
It's possible, but it just really depends on the time of the market. Not now, anyways.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot of people on crypto Twitter are getting the clout play by calling for an alt season. What are your guys' views on that?
I would love to answer this one first. I fucking don't think that's ever gonna happen. I think that's all a scam. And that's just me now. I mean, there's like some alt seasons, but like, I mean, I've said it before. I don't think you're gonna see the same kind of alt season you saw back in 2016 and 17. I'm waiting to assess that once Binance America opens and see how that goes. But even so, I don't think it's gonna be where you're gonna be able to just toss your money into something, wake up next week, and it's like up 2-3 times. I think there's gonna be select places you can do that. Like I've seen a lot of people do good times on Huobi, but I mean, on Binance, I used to expect a lot more, but at this point on Binance, my targets are like 5, 15, and 20. And that's about the most I really expect out of Binance. If I get more, it's like, wow, what a lucky treat that was.
Just on Huobi there, I know you guys follow Krillin, right? LSD in my coffee.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's doing. He thinks there's a bit of an alt season going on Huobi. I saw he got a couple of 65%. Are you guys looking at Huobi?
Yeah, Huobi's the one. I mean, those guys are all killing it on Huobi. I mean, since like for months now, that's the one place. Like, there's not that much volume, but it's enough to where when things move, it moves way better than it does anywhere else. At least as far as what I'm seeing. Him, Nika, Mac, Murrow, all those guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a little tip for everyone.
Every stream, like, stop fucking mentioning Huobi, and every time I get a guest on, oh, have you heard this Huobi shit?
Yeah, they hate it. They're like, you're ruining our game.
Dude, retail money's just gonna come in, just I'm just messing around.
Yeah, see, they're smart. They're not like going on Twitter and like being like, "Oh, here, use my ref link, sign up on Huobi." They're like, "Well, we're making plenty on gains." It's like, why would I ruin the market with idiots panicking and stuff? I don't know. It's a small set of market makers. They're not the same size that there are on Binance and other bigger ones.
Yeah. Nice stream, boys, says Jarrett. Can you all tell us your biggest wrecked moment in crypto?
Yeah, I was first trading, and I mean, I was stupid. I had too much capital that I was playing with. I shouldn't have been. I knew nothing about risk management, and I remember the day it was Binance said that they got hacked, the first Binance hack scare, and I was in a long position on Bitcoin, and I got liquidated for like 14K. I was real salty.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it was devastating. It was like, man, yeah, that was the worst feeling, other than this one time when I was playing RuneScape and I like lost one of my characters. But other than that was not the equal feeling.
Bro, I got a story for you on that one. But Alex, go for it. I'll cap off.
I don't.
He's like when I bought Tomo Chain.
No, I've never got wrecked on Tomo Chain, mate.
Nice. I just remember that was the fucking coin, the boys' coin.
Yeah, I love it. Do you know what? I still love Tomo Chain, and I still talk about it. And I'm not even fucking holding any, and I'll still bang on about it because it's such a good project. I also have an interview with Long coming out soon, so that's another reason.
No way. That's so cool.
Chop that one in there. No, I don't know. I remember, I guess, like a wrecked moment. It was a prolonged wrecked moment without even realizing I was getting wrecked, right? So I think back in the day, on Bittrex. This was before I knew anything about what I was doing. I was kind of slowly getting wrecked on alts, like consistently, and then I think Bitcoin was going up. So I think my USD amount was staying the same. I didn't even. I thought everything was fine. I didn't even realize what was going on. I was like, it's fine, whatever it was. And then I think Bitcoin had a massive crash and it just wiped everything out because alts were so low at that point. And then it's just one of them where I didn't even realize that when Bitcoin, the Satoshi value of the alts, and then with Bitcoin going up, evened it out. I didn't even know what was going on. I don't know. I was such a noob, man. Honestly, like the amount of coins I blindly I'd go on Twitter and just follow. I'd grab a coin that I saw someone talking about. Literally, like I'd just be like, "Oh, this guy's talking about this coin. I'll go in and buy it."
Alex.
That's what I mean. And so you forget that, like, after we've, the last couple of years, we've really educated ourselves. You forget that that's the position that a lot of people are going to be in, just blindly following what they see on Twitter and all this sort of thing. So it's kind of like our responsibility to help educate people a little bit, I think. Otherwise, people will get absolutely wrecked.
Alex for president of CT. You have my vote.
Oh, man. I have a love-hate relationship with crypto Twitter.
That's a rough job. I don't think Alex needs to get his hands dirty with that one.
Fuck that, man. That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. Although I like the.
I say vote cred for president for that one.
Oh,
man, I'd love to have sorry, go ahead.
I can see the view count. When I started talking there, we lost 10 viewers. So I'll
we gotta get you off the fucking air. We got a lot on Periscope right now, actually.
What am I watching? What is Restream.io? What is this?
Restream.io. That is a platform. Thanks, Ace. I was gonna try to say it fancy, but you just stole the words out of my mouth. Yeah, we got 49 on Periscope. I don't know what we got on Twitch, but yeah, it's good to have you guys here as always. If you have any question for us, you can always ask. Bagsy, how'd you get wrecked on Tomo? No, I didn't get wrecked on Tomo. It was just when I first met Alex and the gang. Everyone was mad bullish on Tomo, especially Infamous. I think he put his life into it.
I thought it was in the future too.
Still is.
Yeah. For me, my wrecked moment, there was a flash wick on Ethereum, I fucked up. I stopped exactly where the wick landed, and it was within maybe 30% of my entry. It was a fucking dumbass wide stop in the first place. I didn't even know what I was doing, and my friends were in the living room. They were playing Super Smash or some shit, getting high. And I just remember one of my friends come in my room, and just the look on my face, he's like, "Dude, you good?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Was it a big position?
And I was good, Yeah, it really was. And I learned a really good lesson. And I didn't heed to that lesson until many years later.
What was the lesson?
Fucking, trade with minimal amounts unless you know what you're doing. And the only way you'll know what you're doing is if you're winning with these minimal amounts and just being patient enough and being responsible enough to follow a plan. I think if you can get that shit right, the rest just will eventually follow just by practice.
It's funny you say that. Every time I trade with too much and more than I should, fucking Cred's tweets pop up in my head. He's like, "If you are in a trade and you're using too much money and you're nervous, it's wrong." I was trading some of my options, and I had I don't know if I was telling you who I was, but I had more than I should have inside of a play. I mean, I was a lot more than I should have. And it was near the daily close or whatever. And it wasn't closing right, dude. My heart was racing so fast. I was like, oh God, this better close. So that's definitely not a good thing to do.
Yeah, I pulled up the Creds, I call it Creds Maxims when he made that post of 70 plus tips, that thread on Twitter.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. If it looks too easy to be true, it's probably a good trade. I like that one. But yeah, you guys can check it out in my Discord.
You are such a fanboy, Bagsy.
I just like really good content, man. Like dead ass. There are many people who put good shit. So
Yeah,
apart from studying traditional stuff, it's great because crypto is its own market, and people who have been in this market who are writing new content, I think, have a better grasp over the technicals and all that. Even though it's the same, it's not. So yeah, what were you saying, Alex?
Yeah, I think like so from a perspective of releasing content and stuff, I like it firsthand, right? Stuff about risk management, size position, it's basically not sexy. It never does well. It never ever does well. Like the people that, because I have all the data and the stats and stuff, right? So I see who comes on and reads what, how many
Right.
users we get. It's like the most important parts that you have to learn, people still don't care about. They still don't read up about, which is quite sad, really. Like, but I don't know. It's kind of this nature of crypto. I think that people still think that it's super easy to make a 20% trade really quickly, and they're not necessarily as concerned about what might happen. But yeah, like from my perspective, in the last 6 months, there's a lot of parts of trading that aren't sexy, and I think a lot of people don't want to learn them, and so they probably make the same mistakes again and again and again until they either give up or realize that they've got to change what they're doing. But yeah, I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
Go for it, Ace. I'm doing something.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Damn it.
Fucking hell, boys.
Sorry, man. I was putting lines on a chart.
Where is the professionalism?
It's not here, man. You knew that coming onto the stream.
Hey, you got Ace taking a fucking phone call.
That was unexpected. I don't know what's going on with my mic.
And I'm not even listening to the guest.
I'm over here thinking, I'm like, I'm good.
I love it.
Hey, I might just go with YouTube or something. I can't.
Oh man, dude, can you just recap it in a few words, and I'll gladly give you my opinion.
People can't be bothered to learn about the boring stuff like risk management and all that sort of thing. Because I know that because we have the stats of the site, and people don't come on and read those articles. So it's just one of them things that the less sexy concepts and stuff, people don't really want to put the time in to learn, unfortunately. And I think they will probably suffer the same mistakes that they continue to make, Yeah,
absolutely. And like you said, either they'll give up or eventually they'll understand that they're doing something wrong and start doing something about it.
Yeah, that's like basically how I remember like the first time, like I remember I used to get pissed because I used to buy stuff like just randomly, like off either just random shit I saw, thing that like maybe felt right, and like I got pissed because I used to look at my Blockfolio. I'm like, damn, it's down again. What the hell am I doing wrong? And then I remember I started trading ADA, and I finally learned how to flip it and trade it. And ever since that point, I mean, I was getting really mad at myself. I was like, yo, I can't keep losing this money. I know it's not difficult because I understand what's going on. I'm doing something wrong. But then finally, I kept applying myself, and like, I'm so glad I got this because like, is this something I wish I would have learned when I was like a lot younger? And aside from learning the trading part, the other part is just money management and your size positioning. If you don't got those skills on top of learning how to trade, I mean, that also fucks you up. You can be a great trader, but if you don't know how to manage your risk and you don't know how to manage your position size, I mean, you can throw that out in the window like with one trade. I mean, you're not a perfect trader all the time, and there's gonna be losses in there. It's all a matter of how you can manage those losses. I'm not looking to make money per se because I know I can. I mean, I have a job, so it's not like I'm not worried about anything. It's more so I'm trying to just perfect my own personal style of trading and get better at perfecting perfect trades rather than having losing trades. So
do you from your guys' perspectives, you obviously, like you say, you know what you're doing now. You've put a lot of time and effort into learning how these things work. You've perfected your own styles and you have your own systems. But like everyone else, do you also follow certain traders on Twitter who you know and respect and see them talking about something and then jump in and be like, do you use their calls as well and jump in and see what you think about the situation?
I mean, it's very like I mean,
I
I
do.
definitely do take into account of people who are on there and do things, but I mean, at this point, it's always if it plays into what I'm looking at and it works out to
Exactly.
my own opinions, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, then it's like, well, maybe I'll just keep you on. I'll just give you a check mark in my head next time, and if you have enough of them, then I'll actually follow a play. But there's only a very select few people that I'll actually be like, no questions asked, and I'll go ahead and buy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have your list of trusted traders as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I keep a fucking head count on that shit on my board. You laugh, but you have to study. You know,
Is Ace on your board, or has he not made the cut?
I haven't traded altcoins like Bagsy in months.
yeah,
I'm in options trading hardcore
Dude.
for the last couple months.
If I was trading stocks or options, you'd definitely be on my board, 100%. But no, I'm looking like at more macro and also just quick scalping. I kind of keep a head count of like how that's going. But to answer your question, I do look at other people, and like Ace said, as long as it fits what I'm thinking. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, this coin is doing this. Look at all the volume it received today. And I'll be like, oh shit, there is some volume. So I may not have stumbled on that project in the first place had it not been for that person. So it's impossible sometimes for me to even get to what's moving. Because sometimes you just miss shit, you know? But yeah.
Okay.
It's so hard and those who say no I don't, like I believe them, but you're just always subjected to so much information that sometimes it'll get in your head anyways without you even knowing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Like it's impossible not to have an imprint of someone's tweet. But
I've
anyway,
also, tried my best to I mean, I've realized it myself. Whenever I stay off of Twitter and I solely focus on my own trading without worrying about any other traders, that's the best when I trade. When I trade by myself, no other influences around, things work out the best for me. It's whenever I start looking for other opinions and start looking for other ideas is when it doesn't work out for me. So I mean, that's what I've learned to do is not to follow too much. But like you said, I definitely have a list. But it all comes down to if market conditions are good and if I have extra money lying around to where I can be like, hey, let's see if you're smart.
Yeah, of course. What do you guys think about when traders sort of publicly have it out a little bit on Twitter, where you have two people who have different styles, but they both seem to be working. But one trader will be like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? And you get these public disagreements that everyone can see because they're obviously big accounts or whatever. Or do you go on?
Hey man, there's gotta be some shit going on, or else this place would be really boring. It obviously depends on the quality. Some of them are just really, it's like I don't know, watching a train wreck before it happens.
Yeah.
And others are just really funny, but I don't know. It's a bit of both. For me, as long as I don't involve myself without a point, then I'm fine.
Yeah, you just save that for Kaz, don't you?
No.
I mean, for me, I mean, it's very clear the ones who are outspoken and stuff. I mean, it's not hard to watch somebody's profile after they're done beefing and see if they're actually performing or if they make any sense. If you're somewhat of a profitable trader, you'll understand. I mean, I never understood why people attack other people for trading. I mean, maybe if you continually make stupid shit up and it just sounds stupid, but I've learned at this point it doesn't matter about how somebody else's trades. I guess if you sound stupid on crypto Twitter, that's different, but you can't just be like, hey, you're a bad trader because you didn't see what I saw. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
that's cool. You just have the edge, or I don't know. I mean, that's just so many different factors pop into that.
And I think as well, it's hard to tell. Like for me, because I'm not the best trader. I know there's been times where I've been looking at certain traders, thinking, "Oh, this guy's great. These charts look nice and clean, and he seems to know what he's talking about." But then someone who will come and say, "Actually, privately, this guy actually isn't that great," and it's actually quite hard to tell when you're not very good at trading, or if you're just beginning or whatever. It's hard to tell the good from the bad. I think that's also like an issue,
So on a trading aspect of it, to answer that question, the people who I find like that make sense, like when people can find, somebody else mentioned this on Twitter, if I find people who can find tops and bottoms like to be a lot better than the people who are trying to trade chop. Any people who try to trade chop and publicly post it on Twitter, they normally don't really do too good on chop. So there's only like maybe, I think, out of all the people I follow, like 3 or 4 people that actually publicly post chop stuff and actually get it right. Everybody else, I think they're better off just sticking to their high time frames or whatever else they normally do.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'm in a position yet to be like calling people out or anything.
You got too many followers. Don't do it, Bagsy. I'm already shadow banned, so it's okay. I'll stay up for you. You guys are fakes and frauds. You can find me at Hackerman.
Come get me.
Hey, Alex, you been playing WoW, man?
Say again, sorry?
Have you been playing WoW recently? WoW Classic?
Oh man, yes. So I played
it.
that in 2004. I got it and I loved it, and I played it for a long time. Not as much as like some other people, but what I've been doing is working my ass off all day, and then treating myself to like an hour and a half, 2 hours from like 10 till 12 at night. Because otherwise I won't get any fucking work done, man. Like I've got too much to do to be playing WoW Classic, but as much as I want to.
Yeah. What did you end up picking?
What class?
Yeah.
I just a rogue. I basically picked what I did when it first came out in 2004, just to sort of like, for that experience. There was a couple of days where I was getting up at 5 a.m. to put a couple of hours in before work, but that's just fucking tiring me out, man. I can't do that anymore.
The price to pay for nostalgia.
Yeah, I know exactly. And then I'll be like I had a big important daily chain meeting on Friday last week, right? I'm not going to say who it is, but they were big dogs, and then
swinging that big dick, Alex. I like it.
And then I went down into central London in their office, and all I was thinking was, oh man, when I get to level 10, I'll be able to dual wield. I was thinking about WoW, and I was like, you know what, this isn't good. I should probably lay off of this a little bit. Just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, man, it's been keeping me up a little bit later than usual, and I've been like getting up later. So like I got to make sure this week, like I got to get some sleeps or naps in, or I won't be able to stay up again.
Really? Have you been playing as well?
Yeah, man, I'm about to hit 30 today.
30?
Yeah.
Mate, how much time have you got to be doing that? That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's the life of a trader. Or I guess I technically have a full-time job, but like I work from home, so it's like everything's from home, so it's like kind of easy to just keep my screen open and do the little grind here and there.
Yeah, I've tried very hard not to do that, man. But the thing is as well, I don't know what server you're on, but either way, the reason why I was getting up in the morning was because you could get on straight away, but if I was to log on now, I'd be like 10,000th in the queue, and I wouldn't be able to play anyway.
Yeah, I heard EU's real fucked up right now with the queue times. That sucks.
Honestly, man, yeah. So if I have to basically turn it on at about 3 to be able to play at 9. That's the queue. It's ridiculous.
R.I.P. man.
I know. I'm a bit annoyed because it's kind of like, well, I'm fucking paying £10 a month for this, and I can't even get on and play. But it's probably better that way for the
Yeah, I
business.
guess it works out with your schedule right now.
I know. Yeah, the business is more important than that, I think.
You have
Oh.
anything exciting coming up for the Daily Chain that's like supposed to be like big in your terms of big? Or I guess let me rephrase that. How do you envision the Daily Chain? Probably like I don't know, by the next halving of Bitcoin.
A lot bigger than what it is, to be honest. Like we've got a couple of partnerships lined up, 3 actually, and everyone will know who these people are. And then we're just expand. We're in a kind of scaling and expanding place at the moment. Kind of working on getting the daily users up. Like we've got the first full-time employee creating news content, and which is going really well. Like the news content we're putting out is fantastic. Also on top of that, got quite a few exclusives coming out, exclusive to us, that we believe that other publications will be reporting on once they've seen our news. So it's nice to be able to lead the way in that respect with some of these stories. But yeah, no, I want to grow it as big as possible. Really, I want to challenge all of these other publishers, all these other news publications. Why not? Why would I set like a limit on how big I want to get? We might as well go for the top, right?
I mean, it wasn't really a limit, more so just
A target.
No, exactly. I mean, I'd like to, so at the moment we're currently averaging like 500 daily uniques, which is fucking crazy because, like, you know, from when we started and
I could see you being like the leading news place for crypto. Like fuck Coin Center, the Daily Chain guys.
I hope so, mate. We have cleared out a lot of viewers, so yeah, maybe not.
What do you mean?
We're down to 20, Bagsy.
Yeah, I'll have to give
Oh
you an
no,
idea.
we're not, my friend. We're still in the 50s. I love everyone who's here, except for you, Alex.
I know.
I'm kidding, but dude, first of all, congrats on the Daily Chain. Secondly, next time I have you on, I want to know what your goal is for the next halving.
Yeah, man.
Currently, yeah, 100%. I want target. But it's also really hard to envision something when it's still growing and it has so much of a roof above it. Yeah. There's so many things you can do.
Well, that's the great part about it, because I can change things up whenever I want. I can chop and change. I can focus on different areas. I can sort of build different sections out. We've obviously got the podcast coming up in the next couple of weeks, which is going to be exciting to launch that. I think it's important to have a podcast these days as like
Congrats.
a offering. Yeah, cheers, man. Well, you're going to be on it, aren't you? So
yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yay! Yay! I get to be a part of the experience.
Daily Chain podcast. So everyone who's on the stream, look out for that, because we've got Cred on as number 3. So that should be a great episode. I've already listened to it and it's really good.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Cred. Who's number 1?
Me.
Oh, who's number 2 then?
Yeah, so it's not me doing it. It's someone who's, you know, been with the Daily Chain since the beginning. So they're going to be doing it. And yeah, so that's why I'm the first guest. But yeah, so yeah, we're kind of expanding where we can, and I want to build out our news team as much as possible. Start hiring some freelance writers to work on like interesting pieces, and just make it somewhere that people come every day. The goal is to get people to come back every day, and to do that, you need to be on the ball with all the major stories. You know, but then you also need to chuck in there some good exclusives as well. And then obviously there's the project work that I do with the different projects. So I think and then there's the educational stuff as well, what we're building out. So there's a huge scope to deal with. It's exciting. But yeah, there's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes when I'm not playing WoW.
Yeah, that was a good question. Alex, can you please explain who's the most interesting person you've engaged with over your time at the Daily Chain?
I mean, I've still got to write up my interview with Brock Pierce.
Okay.
You've met him, haven't you, Bagsy? He's
Briefly, yeah.
So I spent half a day pretty much with Brock Pierce. I interviewed him. It's on audio, so I need to transcribe that and sort of get that going. But he's a very interesting character because it's not every day you get to meet an eccentric billionaire, and that which is exactly what he is. He's a billionaire, and he's a kind of, I don't know how to describe it. He's he's very eccentric. It's kind of like, what's the dude from Alice in Wonderland? The Mad Hatter, is it? With Johnny Depp.
I'm not much of a fantasy world type guy.
Alice in Wonderland. Everyone's seen Alice in. Yeah, the Mad Hatter from Alice. Yeah, he's a bit like that. It's kind of like
the cat?
No. What are you on about?
What the?
Mate.
I told you I haven't really watched
Yo,
it.
Bagsy has not seen anything, man. If you ask Bagsy about movie references, he'll be like, "What?"
Yeah,
Oh, what?
yo.
Really? What a loser.
Didn't have a TV growing up, bro. We had to throw rocks and shit.
Did you not? Did you actually not?
I'm just playing, but no, I didn't
Well,
see it.
I don't know what goes on in. Yeah, yes, he's interesting anyway. He's done a lot for the space. He's very intrigued about. I was trying to, for someone who's done so much in the space and someone who's obviously got a massive net worth. I was trying to figure out what made him different, and he takes a huge interest in whatever he's doing. Like whoever he's speaking to, he'll put 100% of his effort, and he's like, he tries to absorb as much as he possibly can about the person, the conversation, and all of this, and he takes it all in. And I think maybe that sort of mentality would apply to business and sort of like formulating ideas for, in the business world. But he's just like intrigued. Like we're walking down the streets of Edinburgh, and there'll be like a building, and he'd just be intrigued by it. And then he just like walked across the road and started analysing the building, studying the architecture and reading stuff about and it was kind of like, I was a bit like, wow, I'm not used to this sort of person. But if you think like, if you put that level of effort into everything that you kind of like try to absorb, I guess that's where he's got to where he is, with that level of sort of like wonder and let me try and learn as much as I can about this thing that I'm currently doing. But yeah, he's an interesting guy for sure.
He's definitely one of the mightiest of ducks.
I can't believe that's what people still know him for, when he's done so much.
You can't help it, man. It's the internet.
You can't help it. So also, this is interesting. We've been talking about WoW. So one of the reasons how he became so, wealthy is because he was like the lead. He had like whole teams of people farming WoW gold, and then he had a business that would sell that for real money. And then he had a monopoly on that business, so he would then buy out anyone else that tried to do the same thing. So that's how he got into sort of crypto, and sort of he set up Bitfarm in Korea because he knew that the Koreans would go mad for digital currency because they were so used to using and buying virtual gold in WoW, and I imagine like some other games that were multiplayer online. So that was his connection from the gaming world into the crypto world. So I thought that was really interesting, because he obviously saw that opportunity and that how it would work over in those areas of Asia and how this would all come together. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Speaking of WoW.
I can't ask that question. Do you plan on coming to Canada at any events or something?
Yeah, I want to. If it's event based,
Like for a purpose, you know?
Canada, Canada.
Canada. Come to Canada. You too, Ace.
yeah, I definitely want to, man. If it's like a big conference, I can sort of try and get involved as a media partner, and then sort of come over and yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do that
I wonder how far of a drive that is. The
from
most
London.
driven is 22 hours. That's pretty terrible.
Damn.
Yeah, it was to Colorado. Man, that was like never again. Driving straight 22 hours is just horrible.
Christ. I think I've done. I've done 19. I've done
What's
19.
your favorite breakfast food?
You've done a 19-hour drive.
What's that?
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Ace mentioned something about breakfast food. What'd you say, Ace?
I know we were talking about driving. I said I drove 22 hours before, and then I asked you what's your favorite breakfast food.
Man, that's a sign that the stream is winding down.
No, dude, that's a sign that it's winding up, dude. There's no such thing.
I'm actually kind of hungry, so I'm just like,
You're like, what to eat? Yeah, what's your favorite food for breakfast?
Man, the English fry up. You can't have it every day though, because it's not very healthy.
English fire. Let me pull this up. Hold up.
I
English,
type English fry up.
English fry up.
Yeah. Get it on the screen, man. Get it on the screen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had this in Amsterdam. Beautiful. Scrumptious.
Yeah, boy, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could go for a fry up right now. Wow.
It's like a treat.
Yeah.
You don't have it all the time.
Unless you're like, wow, that's crazy. Look at the the beans and the sausage. I was gonna say macaroni.
Yeah, so this is like it's known as like hangover food. So after you've had a heavy night of drinking beer, you basically just have one of these to sort you out in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
There you go, man.
For me, it's probably an omelet.
Waffles.
No, I'm not much of a waffle guy. I prefer like rye bread, some potatoes. Typically, I like it when it's like boiled with like some nice vinegar and like slightly crisp. Not like stir fry shit, but you can't have it all. Coffee is actually my favorite.
That's a very specific breakfast.
I'm a very specific person.
Rye bread, slightly toasted.
Yo,
Yes.
we gotta do things right, man. You know how it is. You guys know what's up. Alright, I'm gonna drop this hangout in here. 1 second. Boom. Alright.
I actually have a cable guy coming, so if he comes, I'll probably have to
Yeah, skadoodle.
dip skis.
Cool. Yo, show me some stocks, dude, while we're here. Bring me into your world. Or it could be commodities. Whatever.
I mean,
Yo, silver's going!
it's just mooning, man. I'm
Touch it?
sitting fucking pretty on this one. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna touch it again.
No, I mean you didn't touch it since we
No,
last
yeah,
spoke?
I'm in. I bought some on Friday. I'm gonna buy some more today. Looking
shit.
to hit like 19. A lot of people are aiming for 20, which I'm gonna cut
Man.
that down by $1 and aim for 19.
It hit my target.
Look, you're a pro stock trader, bro.
Yay! Yo, we fucking... Oh, we didn't trade it. We
watching
would have netted 8.5%. What's up?
Today's SPY price action. I mean, we're seeing a lot of like buy activity right now. So I'm just really waiting for this to break down. I mean, it's 12:30 now, so we should see a decision of direction soon. Cheddar flow, everything's still fully bearish. Like silver, these guys are in strong. Look, they're all buying still for 2020 January calls for 20. Some are for $23, $21. Most of them are all $20 calls, 19, 18. I mean, these ones are simple and easy too. These in the money ones. I mean, so much money to be made today.
Damn. Are you watching that right now, or are you just fully
man, I
set?
have everything open. I'm actually trading. I actually just got done trading this one. This gold Nougat shares. These things are just ripping today. I mean, I guess it doesn't look like it's ripping, but let me. For today for open, I mean that's not bad at all because at least as far as options goes, because I got out at 40%, but looks like they're sitting up at 100% right now since open.
Wow.
So 6% move, rounded up to $100, 100% in options. So,
fuck.
And this is just since open too. So, if I
that's on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, since open, that's all I can really look at. Or if I look at the 15-minute, but in general, I mean, this is ready for a next leg up. If SPY breaks down again, and we see. Yeah, we see this 20 SMA breach and this candle body close anywhere underneath 290 today, and this goes under. Man, this is going to be so beautiful because Nougat's basically topped out over here to where it'll pop up to 47. There's no reason that says it won't pop up. And if it does pop up, man, that's going to be like 200-300% pop up. So,
pop it up.
I'm hype. I'm really excited for this week. And
That's
Trump
great,
hasn't tweeted yet either, so I'm just waiting for him to tweet. Like,
you have him on alerts?
No, I don't have him on alerts. I don't want to follow him and get the feds. But we're gonna keep that away. But I'll click on his tweets every once in a while.
It's for the pure comedy value, right?
It's like, imagine the amount of people they'd have to raid who follow Donald Trump.
I got banned the one time because on Ivanka Trump's thing because somebody else was responding to it, and like I said something about putting their I didn't even say, I said it literally like this. I was like, you should put whatever's in between your pants in your butthole, and then I got banned. It wasn't even vulgar or anything, but apparently butthole's not allowed on there.
Oh, you said the word butthole. Yeah,
I literally said it like that. I was like, you should put what's between your legs in your butthole, and I got banned. I was like, what the hell? I was trying to be like calm and just collected, and I wasn't really calm, but that was my nicest way of putting it. And
mate, you had a valid point to get across, and you were a gentleman about it.
Exactly. But yeah, now I'm shadow banned. I think that's probably what shadow banned me. So got to figure out a way out of this dump, or maybe.
Oh, true. Like, you're shadow banned.
Give me your alt account, please, man.
Oh, man.
You're shadow banned.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't follow me or isn't in the circle of my friends or anybody friends of my friends, they can't see my profile.
Oh man, is that what that means? That's horrible.
Yeah, so my growth has been limited. That's why like everybody who was in my in my range of following, they're before I got shadow banned, they're all sitting at like 10, 9K. I'm still stuck at like the 7, 8K range because nobody can see my shit.
How do you know if you're shadow banned?
Well, one, you can just try to log in without a profile that doesn't follow you, and it'll say on there this profile shows sensitive material, or there's like a website.
Oh. Right, got it. Oh man, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's why I kind of gave up on the brand building. I was like, well, I'm really good at trading, so I'm just gonna go on Twitch and do it there, or like my Discord.
So this is the thing that me and Bagsy sort of found when we lost our accounts as well. It's kind of like it. Like, even for me now, the daily chain, it's like the majority of our traffic comes from Twitter still. So I'm trying to do everything I can to make it that's not the case, because like you can't rely on Twitter, because if tomorrow my account gets suspended, I'll be fucked. You know, like they have that power to take your business away from you, or your brand or your product or whatever it might be,
Yeah.
at the click of a button, and then just relying on Twitter too heavily to run any sort of brand or business
Yeah,
danger.
that's why I decided a Twitch route would be better, or even like opening up my Discord to the public would have been a better route, rather than keeping everything stuck on Discord now. I mean, on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, open yourself up as much as you possibly can. Totally agree with you there, 100%.
Man,
You never know when Bagsy's going to get you banned again, so.
it comes so swiftly. You
You
don't see it coming.
never know.
I'm Hacker Man. I'll just reverse hack Bagsy and
No, it's take my account, put your logo on top of it.
Ace
That'd be
now has
hilarious.
20K followers, guys. Follow my
Yeah. You delete all my tweets, you just change everything in one swift move.
Nah, dude, I'd
They're
keep
like,
your tweets. What are you talking about? I'd say they're labeled my tweets now, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh shit, you're right, huh? No, but then people would still know it's me, so you'd have to like delete the evidence.
Deactivate the account for like 6 months, come back with a rebrand.
Bagsy, if Ethereum drops below a certain price of 163, are you having Loom on? That'd be interesting. I don't know him well enough. One day.
Loom said something about you on Twitter. He said something about joining a stream. He said if something drops below something, I'll stream with Bagsy.
No, it's close. He said if Ethereum drops below 167, then I'll do a live stream with a Bagsy mask on.
Oh, at this rate, it probably will drop.
It's looking strong.
I mean, if it breaks the 20 SMA on the daily, I'll change my mind. But without it breaking, I feel like it could easily test 167 again or 165.
Let me see this.
But if 188, 87 or 185 breaks, or with this 186 breaks on my end, I guess that could probably cause it for a run to like over 200.
Pull it up.
If not 20.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I'm looking at it daily, so.
Look at this, bro. I'm on the 4 hour.
Are you sharing on Google Hangouts? Can you share on there instead? Because I don't.
Nah, man. Okay, fuck it. Not important. I'm watching this descending trend line on Ethereum.
Just verbally explain it to me.
Oh, just if you take the 3 last higher lows and you draw a trend line through them, you'll see that we're at resistance on that trend line. If we could break above that, then there'd be a possibility of maybe longing the retest if it happens. You could do it however, you guys
Can you
could trade it however you trade it.
Can you imagine if ETH goes to like over $1,000?
Dude, CT would freak the fuck out. There would be pure chaos everywhere. Yeah, Loomdart meme tweets outperforming your favorite paid group leader. Yeah, I think Loom is big brain. Have you guys ever spoken to him?
No, he's a London boy though, I think. I'd like to meet up with him if possible, but I'm not sure.
He pops in Architects a lot, but never like on Voice or anything like that.
Oh, really? He's hilarious, man. He's one of my favorite accounts.
Yeah, him, Inverse Bruh. Well, that whole string of accounts. You guys.
You didn't have to do that, mate.
Nah, I do. Oh boy. I'm looking at Ethereum USD on the monthly right now. Damn. It's not a bad September so far, but we got some work to do. Crazy
Bullish,
stuff.
bullish 4-hour TK on the Bitcoin chart. Man, this looks kind of good if it can make another leg up. But it's so I'm so nervous since it's been running up for the last couple 4-hour candles. It's like, when retrace?
Yeah.
You know what
Fuck, I don't
sounds
know,
really
man.
good right now? Hash brown casserole with some like pancakes and some
Wow.
tea. I don't get the good tea
Yeah.
here. I normally like the British blend for Tetley, but
You get the Lipton.
nah, no, fuck that shit. I'm not poor.
Hey, what the fuck's a hash brown
Excuse
casserole?
you.
A hash brown casserole is basically like shredded potatoes mixed with cheese and like sour cream and like I don't know, a bunch of shit. And
Oh my god, that looks so fucking good. Why have I never heard of this before?
yeah, I don't know. I've never.
Because you guys don't have good food.
It might be a Western thing.
Fuck you, Bagsy.
Over the
You guys
sea.
have horrendous food. I'm sorry. Like it's a sorry.
Oh
The
my
English
man.
aren't known for their food. I'm sorry. It's true.
The English people introduced me to something called like a frog in the hole. It's basically where you take like and you cut a hole in it and you cook
Toad in
it.
the
And then you
hole.
put
Mind fucking blown, man. I was like, yo, bro, that's just like the most awesome thing I've ever learned.
Mate, it's
Were you talking about
it's
egg in the
called
hole?
Yeah,
Toad in the hole.
yeah, frog in the hole.
We call it egg in the hole.
I learned frog, but
Frog in the hole.
That's so funny. Those are really good though. I do love that. You're right, Ace. Dude, I haven't had that since I was a child.
You can't go wrong with a toad in the hole. It's brilliant.
J-Bags, how dare you bag Lipton. Ace
and the
drinks
other thing
lukewarm.
that I had in Colorado that was amazing was a Scottish egg. Dude, those things
Yeah.
are fire.
Scotch eggs. Yeah, Scotch eggs are good.
Yeah? To be continued. Man, do you guys do a lot of like pastries ever? Or is it more like what's your breakfast morning pastry?
Oh mate, I would be so fat if I had a pastry every morning. That's like a one-off treat.
Okay, but I mean like what's a famous one?
Oh right, so the English basically just steal all of our food off of the other countries and then try to claim it as our own. That's what we like to do. So
I'm surprised.
I like the what's it called? The almond croissant. You know, the one that tastes like marzipan.
That's,
Get one of them down, yeah.
yeah, man, you're tempting me. But yeah, dude, you've lost a lot of weight. You're looking fit, man. How's it running?
Yeah. Did Alex used to beat that? Did Alex used to beat that?
Bigger.
Hey, is he talking to me or you here?
I think he's talking to you.
It's like, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good, man.
You're looking scrumptious.
Yeah, I've lost loads of weight. I've lost about nearly close to 2 stone. You know. Let me figure that out for you guys because I don't think you'll know.
20 pounds?
28 pounds.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I stopped drinking this year, so that automatically automatically meant that I lost so much weight just from like not doing that. But
dude, that's incredible.
yeah, so it makes a big difference money wise as well.
100%. What are you spending that money on now?
Pizza.
Nice. you're calzones, right?
Yeah, man. I love everything about pizza. I had a pizza last night, and it was a Monday.
Me too.
It was a Monday night. Did you?
Yeah. Monday night pizza, bro. Let's go.
Monday, you're supposed to be setting the tone for the rest of the week, and I had a fucking takeaway pizza.
Yeah.
All right, dude. This cable company's here, so
Yeah, buddy.
really, really fun streaming with you guys. We'll have to do it again. Alex, I really, really appreciate you coming, man, and taking your time to do this. Bagsy, it's all. I'll
Yeah.
probably catch you later again.
We'll talk later.
All right,
Yeah, man. Thanks for having
Enjoy
me on,
lunch.
dude. Thank you.
See you, man.
Yeah, mate.
And then there were two.
What are you looking
Yeah.
at now?
Hmm?
What are you looking at now?
In terms of what market?
Yeah, the chart. Yeah.
Bitcoin and Wabi is looking pretty strong.
Wabi.
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 Yeah. Yeah, we just broke out of that range we were in, retested as support, breaking through this first pivot area, and now we're about to fucking... Actually, let me bring this down here. That makes more sense. Yeah, I think we're going to tag 1979 from here, and then we'll see where we lay. Maybe a bit higher, 2150, 70, but yeah, that's looking good, but as well as Bitcoin, everything else, I mean, seems to be at the mercy. I'm just talking about the BitMEX ones, the Binance coins.
Are you in that
Yeah.
one or?
No, I missed my entry. Yeah, Bitcoin's looking strong, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. So I wouldn't want to short it just yet. Maybe wait for it to take out 10.9, 11K, maybe 11.15, 11.015. I don't know. In case I haven't made the disclaimer yet, none of this is financial advice. I am not a certified financial advisor. I'm a dude in a mask.
Do people still have to say that?
I don't know. I just like doing it. In case anyone gets any foolish ideas.
I've never looked at the actual reasoning behind. Yeah, like.
Expect the best, prepare for the worst type deal.
No, I mean in terms of like people still say this is not financial advice. Is it actually a thing? Like, is it legally? Do you have to say that, or I thought people just said it because everyone else said it.
Fuck, I'm saying it just because if I need to say it and I didn't say it, I'd hate myself. So I'm saying it. You know what I mean? Why risk it?
Yeah.
It's all personal opinion anyways, which is the truth.
No, of course, yeah.
Then again, laws differ over so many countries, so it's I don't know. It's a gamble. I think we're really early in the game too, so I don't know. I'm also not a big account or anything, and what I'm saying is pretty kosher, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, what are you doing right now today? What are your plans? Whatever you want to share.
I got another
World of Warcraft, let's go.
No, I've got a lot on still. I'll probably be working until like 10 or 11. I've got a call soon that I need to prepare for. Nothing exciting at all. There's 2 interviews that I need to prep and do for Matic and Elrond. So I need to I want to get those done today, so I can get those out of the way because they've been on my to-do list for a while. So hopefully this week coming up we'll have Tomachain, Matic, and Elrond over the next couple of weeks on the daily chain. So that's pretty cool, pretty exciting.
That's big.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, they're big projects. So it's always good to get those on the site. Tap into that sort of Binance style community, you know.
100%, man. Dude, I'm really happy for you. Thank you for thank you for first of all for coming on, but secondly, just like thank you for just continuing doing what you were doing. I was so afraid you might give up at some point.
Yeah, I know. I think when we joked about it earlier, but when we both got suspended on our accounts, that easily could have given up then. But I think like getting over that hurdle put into my mind that actually, why should I, and then you kind of like, if I can get over that, then I'm not going to let any of these little things kind of trip me up, because that was a big deal. And we managed to recover from that. And after
Mhm.
that, you have this mad determination of like, man, if I can get over that, you know, what's the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What else is stopping me?
Exactly. But I think we're the same in that we like to read, we like to listen to, we like to read like entrepreneurial things and
Mhm.
motivational things and um, all sorts of things like that. And that's been a big help, starting your own sort of business and stuff. I know you like Gary V, don't you? Joe Rogan.
Ab- Yeah.
Uh,
I enjoy listening to all these people.
yeah. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot out there.
yeah, I mean they're really good. I listened to the David Goggins audiobook
Mm.
this year. Are you familiar with him?
I know the character. I haven't really listened to any of his work except for some odd interviews he's done.
Yeah, so once I listen to that, once you sort of see some of the things that people go through and have been through and then have come out successful on the other side,
Hmm.
it kind of puts things into perspective, and then you start to realize that the issues that you think are issues are definitely not issues, and you basically need to grow up a little bit, and
Hmm.
and learn to deal with those things properly, and not let it get to you. And there are a lot of things that went wrong. Daily Chain. There's a lot of things that have gone wrong. There's a lot of things that have not gone how I'd like them to. But you just learn to get over it, really, don't you?
Hmm.
Um,
Roll with the punches.
well, that's it. Yeah, and when you kind of have something that you're doing every single day, then basically you don't have the time. I think that's one of the key things. If an issue comes up now, I don't have the time to worry about it. So it's like, this is in the way. How do I deal with this? How do I get around this? How do I forget about this? Get on with it, move on to the next thing that needs to be done. And then you can kind of, every time you do that, it builds up your, I don't know, you kind of mental.
List of achievements, however small.
Well, yeah, it's like every time a hurdle comes up that's difficult, and then you deal with it. Then when the next thing comes up, it's fresh in your mind, and you're like, "Hang on, I've been through so much, I've achieved so much already. Why would I let this small thing get in my way? I'll take this one down like I took down the rest of them."
Yeah, 100%, man. That was
Mm.
motivating. You make me want to do more stuff today.
Go and do some bicep curls.
No joke, dude. I want to destroy the gym right now. You just gave me some fire. Thank you, Alex. Alex, I gotta have you on stream more often. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. I always appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, no worries, man. Absolute pleasure. I guess let's wrap this up because I've got a couple of
Yep,
things we're doing.
yep. So,
Yeah, say thanks to your community for listening to me talk.
well,
Thanks.
they just heard it.
Thanks for you for having me on, man. Yeah, 100%. We'll
Pleasure.
do this again.
Good stuff. Keep killing it, man. And as soon as you drop those new partnerships, I'll make sure to spread the word. So you have a great day, man. And thanks again for coming on, Alex.
Thank you very much, mate. I'll see you
All
soon.
right.
Yeah.
Cheers, ladies and gents. And there you have it. Have a great week. And yeah, do some stuff. Cheers.